Philadelphia Hospital in Denilton, Limpopo. Limpopo is one of the more rural and underserved provinces of South Africa, where we have problems with malnutrition in children, problems of accessing health facilities. In Limpopo, we have a human milk bank at Mankweng Hospital in the informal settlement of Mankweng outside of Polokwane. And we have recently established, in partnership with the Department of Health of the province, a new human milk bank at Philadelphia Hospital in Denilton, Limpopo, which is a really tiny, rural, very, very rural village that has begun their tertiary hospital, the Human Milk Banking Initiative. So today we are on our way to in-service train with the team at Philadelphia Hospital, where we have a coordinator, Tuli, and a very passionate set of stakeholders promoting breastfeeding for the local community. We also hope to bring to this local community the food parcel program that we have initiated with Gateway Health Institute, because as you can see from the landscape in the background, we are in a really, really poor part of the country where resources are very limited and poverty is high. Our human milk bank in Philadelphia Hospital. We took a sluice room and we renovated it to state of the art. We have freezers for breast milk, where the breast milk is stored, the pasteurized freezer. Tuli's our coordinator. And this is the room that is actually inside the new neonatal intensive care unit that is currently being renovated. So we are now getting ready to go and train with the team of the hospital. And I'm Sasha Jordan, the Executive Director of the South African Breastmilk Reserve. This is a 2 hours in service training. We have eaten into the first 10 minutes, but the first part of this presentation introduces you to the concept of human milk banking, positions your hospital as part of the larger breastfeeding community in South Africa. So you know that you're not alone, and that this isn't a foreign concept, and this is in fact part and parcel of practice in healthcare for premature infants countrywide. So the first part of my presentation is about the history of human milk banking, very briefly. Then we will talk in the first hour about the inclusion and exclusion criteria for donors and recipients. We will give you a very brief introduction to the set of standard operating procedures that we are running in your hospitals. And then we will have a Q&A in the last half an hour that will give you an opportunity to familiarize yourself with human milk banking. So the South African Breastmilk Reserve was formed in 2003. We are a charitable organization that is responsible for the expansion of human milk banking services countrywide. Actually, we currently have 24 in-hospital human milk banks in the public sector. You are our latest addition to the human milk banking footprint of this organization. We have a set of regulations that are currently in the review process, and we contributed the standard operating procedures to the regulatory framework and a lot of our experience in breastfeeding and human milk banking. And today we supply under a universal guideline all infants that are clinically defined as premature. We started with smaller babies, the babies under 1.8 kilos. However, this guideline has then recently been expanded to include all infants below 37-week gestation, because we have learned that bigger babies that are developmentally compromised are also vulnerable to infections like necrotizing enterocolitis. I ask you to pull up the promoting the safe use of donated breast milk. This is, I think, a very important document to position donated breast milk in the context of your practice. What is the priority, you ask? The priority is maternal lactation, only, always, and exclusively where possible. Donated breast milk is an emergency intervention when mother's own milk is not available, and you have. It's important to remember that we are only presenting you with guidelines. One of the first points to make is that donated breast milk requires a prescription, a pediatric script, or a dietitian's script. And it is obviously something that has to be checked with the clinicians if the nurses want to initiate the use of donated breast milk. So how we base our decision to feed donated breast milk and what is the eligibility criteria. As we say, infants that are below 37-week gestation, that are younger than 14 days, at risk of septicemia or necrotizing enterocolitis, or full-term RVD exposed infants who are in the first few days of life and we need to top up mommy's milk because we just don't get enough. So that is the position of donated breast milk. It is also a short-term intervention for the reason that really we have to always ask ourselves, where is the mother? Is she lactating? And if she's not lactating, why? And how can we support the lactation of the mother? Once it is established that the mother is struggling to lactate today, then today we use donated breast milk, but the prescription is a daily prescription. So we prescribe today, we don't prescribe for 14 days. The assumption is that babies should be exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months. So we just do it on a day-by-day basis because we want to prioritize maternal lactation. So we can't dry mummies up. We must absolutely make sure that every day we support mothers to lactate, and that even where donated breast milk is being used, that we have a fair split between donated breast milk and maternal or mother's own milk, because you have to, it is really a short-term intervention that aims to support maternal lactation. It's an extension of a breastfeeding promotion program. So human milk bank, so we want to maximize lactation for all mothers, and then for those few babies where we are seeing that there is a struggle, mommy's not producing, mommy's herself unwell, in that case we use donated breast milk. It is a way to reduce the use of formulas, particularly in the high risk period in the first 14 days of life.
Gillian and Arno is the nutrition team, and we assist the mommies with breastfeeding and breastfeeding problems, and Gillian recruits donors. Just for interest's sake, last year Gillian wasn't with us, but last year in 2018 we had 70 babies receiving donor breast milk. This year we had 128. Last year we recruited 33 new donors. This year, the year hasn't ended, we have 52.
I am a year later. Apart from my normal day-to-day duties, according to the SABR specifications, my duties have grown. The service of the SABR is not only restricted to Ward K3 anymore. The doctors trust me so much that I'm doing L3, I'm doing L1 sometimes, L5, K4, L15, for. There's patients there that struggle. The babies are here, but there's nobody taking care of the patients. So I assess those patients and I assist them as well with supplements, So it doesn't end here. The other nice thing is that I work very closely with the dietitians, I work very closely with the speech therapists, where I can also identify to see when a baby is not suckling properly. With any task, no matter how small, how menial, I own it and I make it my own, and it becomes important to me. My mom always used to say, and I didn't understand it then, she always used to say, you need to close both eyes in order to see with the other eye. I realize now when she said that you need to close both eyes in order to see with the other eyes, she was speaking about your emotional side. That other eye that my mom spoke about, open here. So when I say you need to look with the other eye, you must be able to identify. And I think that has become my main role. I can identify where the other team of professionals are so busy with so much, and then I'm there. One of the rewarding things for me is you see them coming in here all lost and forlorn, and it seems like they can't even speak 2 words, and then you get in touch with them and you speak to them, and day by day you see them coming out of their shell, and you see them blossoming. My encouragement to the moms are try, and this is impossible and it's difficult, try not to stress. Just calm yourself with the thought that you have a team of professionals at your fingertips. You are in good hands. Your babies are in excellent hands. They just need to be reassured that they're not alone, that somebody else is looking out for them, and there's people that they can turn to. So they must just hang in there, they must just believe, they must just keep the faith, they must just keep on trying. My greatest inspiration is my boss, Stasha. That lady is brilliant. She carries the weight of the success of SABR on her tiny little shoulders, but she does it selflessly. And she follows through until the ends of the earth. And I just wish that I could inspire just half a person a day, or a week, or a month for that matter, and that in itself is rewarding to me too. From 9 to 5, to me, my job completes me.